We're traveling full time, and did you know inside a cemetery in Memphis is possibly the world's largest man-made crystal cave? This is the Crystal Shrine Grotto, located in Memorial Park Cemetery. The grotto was made by Dionisio Rodriguez in the 1930s, who was famous for making concrete look like wood and stone. The grotto is sort of unbelievable to see. There are lights, and of course so many quartz crystals sourced from the Ozarks, and a ton of artwork telling the story of Jesus. They even hold a sunrise church service on Easter in the grotto, and people even get married here. You can see other works by Rodriguez in the cemetery, but we spent most of our time inside the grotto because it was just so unique. I don't think we had ever seen anything like it before. One of our favorite parts of traveling full time is seeing all the places that you might skip if you only had a week or two of travel a year. In that case, you might visit the Grand Canyon or Niagara Falls or Vegas, but you'd probably skip a place like the Crystal Shrine Grotto. This is why we also like the National Park Passport program. Since we started doing it last year, we traveled to so many places that we probably wouldn't have made a special trip to go see, but turned out to be deeply meaningful and special to us. Little Rock Central High School National Historic Site was one of those. This is where a group of 9 black teenage students who were nicknamed the Little Rock Nine enrolled in the integrated high school here in 1957, but were barred entry by the Arkansas governor. Eventually, President Eisenhower had to order the 101st Airborne Division and later the Arkansas National Guard to escort the students just so they could attend school. There's a great visitor center that tells the story of the Little Rock Nine. The school's actually still here, but it's an active school, so you can just view it from the outside. One thing the visitor center does really well is it drives home the power of individuals to make lasting change. I actually came up to Adam and told him it wasn't lost on me that I was touring this place with my service dog, a right granted to me because of the work of disability advocates that came before me. A few minutes after I said this, we actually saw exhibits that talked about the ADA and the advocates who made it possible, and I took Matilda's picture in front of the sign, deeply grateful for those who made it possible for me to be here. We then tried to grab another passport stamp after this at Fort Smith. The visitor center is closed, so we're gonna walk around tonight and then try to get our passport stamp in the morning. If you've ever seen the movie True Grit, it starts off at Fort Smith. During the 1800s, the fort sat right at the edge of the Indian Territory, which is now Oklahoma. Most people know Fort Smith because of the hanging judge, Isaac Charles Parker, a federal judge who sentenced 160 people to death here. There is a recreation of his gallows located outside, and during business hours, you can actually walk through his courtroom. There were these bugs out, maybe they were cicadas, we couldn't see them, but they were so loud we almost had to yell over them. We had to come back anyway for the passport stamp in the morning, and since I always like to stay at casino hotels, we went to Cherokee Casino, which was nearby, and it was really neat. There was all this artwork in the room and in the hallways, and the room itself was really clean and comfortable. We were really that hungry, so we decided to walk over to this little convenience store, which is sort of attached to the hotel. Thank you. And then we walked back over to get settled for the night. We'll see you tomorrow.